So I don't understand that reaction. It made me nervous.
You should be. Let's go.
You're the boss.
You know, these millennials with their opinions and their podcasts, every one of them has podcasts nowadays.
Damn.
Hey, no one cares about your opinion, buddy. Alright? I'm here to tell you. I don't care what you think about love or sex, politics or religion, or how you're socioeconomic, blah, blah, blah. Save it for someone who cares.
But they should know better than ours.
Come on, John. It's on you, dog.
Here.
It's my birthday. What's up? Call me DJ Wise, aka Birthday Boy, today. Okay.
Turn up. What's up? It's your girl Ace B, aka ACB the God, aka AC Montana, aka Hotep AC, aka Cat God.
It's your boy Nick Teasy, aka Young Tizzard. Shout out to my boy Wizard, aka LaPod James, aka Big Homie Young Segway Son.
It's your girl Bonlay, also known as the Queen of Pepper Them Gang in the building. Some people also call me Tania. What's good?
Hello, everybody. This is Green, back. I'm kidding. No, it's your boy Los, the actual ghost this time. How are you all doing?
By the way, this is another millennial podcast.
No, it's not.
I don't know if anyone said it.
I don't think it.
Oh,
Yeah.
this-
No one did it.
Excuse me. How is everyone?
Fucking fantastic. How are you?
Man, sensational, despite not feeling it physically.
I'm feeling refreshed. Today was a good day, thanks to John's birthday.
Exactly. And I'm feeling good. Feeling real loved out here in these streets.
Hey.
As y'all can see, we got a bit of a different setup today. We decided to do a little something special for John's birthday. Put him on cam, huh?
Yeah.
I can't reach none of the things, man. Y'all gotta be ready with the pad. Hit the buttons, yeah, man. Y'all know the vibes, dog. Come on, man.
Can we start that way closer to you?
You know what I mean? Turn that down.
That shit is love. Thank you very much.
Indeed, shout out to my Aquarius brother. You know what I'm saying? My birthday just passed as well. You can turn that back up. All right.
We had enough.
Shout out to all the
Honestly,
Aquarians.
that weekend was really needed. Thanks, Tania. You definitely pulled through for all of us. I mean, thanks all of us, because you know we definitely was out there. But yeah, honestly, it was a very great weekend. So I needed that.
Yeah, it was. I really didn't want us to go too much in depth about it, because if you wasn't there, you might not get it. But it was dope, man. We went out in the mountains, had us a little hike, had us some life and death scares out there. You know what I mean? Pushed our boundaries, kept it adventurous. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Some people enjoyed it more than others, but you know.
Yeah, I had a great time. The hike was my favorite part. But I appreciate everyone for coming. It was great being around you guys. Even coming to see you guys today, like, oh, my people.
Yeah.
Right.
It was great. It was a vibe.
It was definitely a vibe. Everything just flowed, man. It was excellent. It was a phenomenal weekend, man. And I was glad to be there to celebrate you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And still enjoy celebrating my birthday as well, because best believe I celebrated too, guys.
And I'm glad we was still able to like hold down the surprise for a little bit. You know, we
Indeed,
tried.
real surprise. Probably the best part about it. I was genuinely surprised. Very,
Did we
very
ever tell you
genuinely
what the
surprised.
original plan was to try to get you there?
Mm-mm.
I mean, we was just throwing out ideas, but I think the best one that I feel like we came up with. I mean, I threw this out there, but I told Tania to tell you, like, use my wingman history to wingman you over there. And I was just gonna drop you off, quote unquote, and my bag was gonna be in my trunk and shit like that. And
What do you mean you were gonna drop me off?
I was just gonna, because like she was like super secret location, you know, pretend you didn't know it was mountains.
Vacation.
Yeah, like if it was just that,
How would you have done it?
I would
Like you would have said, "Hey, let's go for a drive."
No, I mean, like, you would have known that it's a super secret location still. You got to pack your shit and everything. I'm just taking you there because it's a secret location.
Gotcha.
That was just what it was supposed to be.
Gotcha.
And we didn't do that because you had to work.
Yes, and also he found out a little bit.
What happened? How you find out?
So I was just talking to my homie, like, yeah, no, I can't make it to hang out with you this weekend because I'm going on this cabin trip, like, with the friends. And then my homie decides to come visit me, like, a week or two before the actual trip, and sees Nick walking by, and he's like, hey, how you doing? I heard you got this thing coming up. And I'm like, dude, I slapped his head so hard, I was just like, dude. I mean, whatever now, but
damn.
but it wasn't even like TZ said, he didn't get too much out of that,
Right.
like, so.
Yeah, everybody keep blaming him and bringing him up, but like it really didn't spill too much, honestly. So what he said was kind of what I thought. So I wasn't sure if Los only told him what I thought, and so like he was just regurgitating it back to me. Like I didn't know that was a definite plan at all. And honestly, I didn't think anything about what he said until I seen you smack him. That's when I'm like, oh, he really is spilling the beans on something. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna think about it. Let's just whatever. But I just would have just let it go in passing. Like, oh, okay.
Bro.
Yeah, he felt so bad, but I was like,
I know he does.
I
know he
"Bruh,
does.
It's good.
I know
No one's
he did.
tripping. No one's tripping.
It's so crazy because, like John said, I definitely almost got in the wrong group chat a couple of times.
Oh God, me too.
A couple of times, bro.
I gotta keep track of all these group chats. I hate group chats, first of all.
I
hate
do
them.
too, man.
I muted this one. I'm letting y'all know, like, oh man.
Oh no, I know a lot of people muted it because I would say stuff and only about like 3 or 4 people that would always respond.
I always looked at everything, but I muted. I just don't want to get the notification. I'll be a part of this. I just hate getting all these notifications.
Yeah. Most people do.
Hell yeah.
I got one muted right now.
It be that way,
All of
man.
my family ones are muted.
Oh yeah.
Always.
The cousin group chat on Instagram, nigga.
I mute all group chats.
Why are we in group chats if we hate them?
And you know what's funny, man? When group chatting first came out, I used to want to be a part of that so bad. I used to think that was so cool, and I was like, man, why nobody put me a part of a group chat? I ain't got no real friends.
That's your loner ass.
And now I fucking hate them.
Hate them.
I'm sitting up here like, you can mute them? Like, how the fuck you do that?
There's ways.
Just turn off
come to
notifications.
accept this lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I mean,
Nah, that's crazy.
oh man, if only we could check ourselves out. Shout out to the new feature on iPhones where you can unsend text messages.
Yeah, my cousin showed me that. It's really
been an update.
interesting.
Yeah, you did that to
They
me,
should
actually.
edit. It was my cousin though. She was,
Yeah.
I'm like, what did you unsend? What did you even send in the first place?
Right.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to show me that. I don't know how to do that.
That's
I
some
think-
wild shit.
I know, it really is. I
You
think
can
it only
also
works.
edit.
You can. I think it only works when you send it to other iPhone people, other iPhone
I bet.
users. Because I was doing it on my iPad, but I don't think it worked like you can send a message to an Android person, but only Apple to Apple.
People gonna
As
abuse the
usual.
fuck out of that.
Okay.
I know I
That's
would.
dope. For real.
I feel like you guys are just antagonizing me at the moment. Like,
No, we team Android in this bitch.
Yeah, I
I
am.
know, I know that, but I'm saying it's just like I feel like I'm getting attacked. Like, I was like, yo,
Don't feel attacked by this only iPhone feature.
right,
Like, all y'all can do is communicate. Y'all like walkie talkies at this point. All y'all can do is communicate with each other.
Okay. For real, bro.
that's funny. But hey, do y'all be using the Google Messages? Or how Google updated their shit and now basically left it on Apple's court? Where it's just like, you remember when iPhone messages, they like your shit or they thumbs up it on some bullshit and then it just sends you as a regular message like
So and so liked it or whatever like that.
yeah, so now like our messages get it translates to the actual like heart emoji or whatever on the message, and then if we do it to iPhone, they get the message instead.
Right.
They don't get the emoji anymore.
So we can like stuff now with the Google?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I we wanting to do
But
it.
you see what like you have the option, you know, like it's available.
Oh, wow.
I'll show you later.
For sure.
It's wild.
I need to know how to repost stuff too on my IG, like some of the stuff that you be sending.
Repost.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, we could talk about that off pod. That was some real old head shit. That was like a basic feature of IG, but I feel you. It be that way sometimes. So yeah, once again, shout out to all the Aquarians. Shout out to anybody that was born around now. You're great. You're awesome. You're the best.
Y'all alright or whatever.
Shot clock.
Hey, you know we got a shot clock for y'all. We're about to drink out here. So,
By the way, we got a new process. I guess what do you call it? Format for our shot clocks. I think I'm gonna put you on the spot. Los is the chairmaster of shot clocks this season. So if y'all love the shot clocks more than ever, you can blame it on him. If you hate him, what's your IG? Cars burn at something.
I mean, that's just cars burn.
Okay, yeah. Write them. Send them some shot clocks. If you hate them, tell them. If you love them, tell them too.
Okay.
Especially if you hate.
Put the pressure on them.
I take criticism horribly. No, I'm kidding. I love it. So this shot clock.
Wait. I'm actually kind of curious before you even get to that. Do y'all take criticism well? Do y'all think?
That's actually one. Like,
I don't.
You know, in interviews, like that's one of the things I actually like say that's positive about me. I look for criticism early on in my work. Once I know what I'm doing, shut up. I'm like, no way you know more than me. Unless like I know you've been here for forever. But like to show me what to do, tell me everything I'm doing wrong. I'm looking for it. Like if you don't tell me, I'm asking.
Outside of work, you feel that way as well?
Yeah, I think
in your everyday life?
I try to. And if I don't, then like I feel like I notice when I don't, and it feels weird.
Do you get criticized often?
No. But I don't know why. I don't know what that entails to get criticized. I guess I don't socialize much anymore, besides with you guys. And most of criticisms I just like with friends is just shit talk. You know, like it's not a lot that I take seriously. But then when it's like real progressive, like, you know, what's the word?
Constructive?
Yes, constructive criticism. Like I welcome that all the time. Like especially when you're presenting it to me that way.
For sure.
What about y'all?
I do not like conflict. I don't like criticism. Like Lo said, especially when it comes to the professional setting. If I know what the fuck I'm doing, like, you know what I'm saying? I like to be the person relied upon, for sure. But at the same time, I'm very open to learning shit, you know? Show me all the ins and outs, but once I got it, you know, let me do it. You know what I'm saying?
I had to smile at the chairmaster of shot clocks because on the way here I said, I'm still on the idea of us taking shot clocks when we do something. And I instantly went to you, like, every time you say at the same time, we should do a shot clock.
Fuck y'all.
Within 15 minutes.
Because at the same time, you know, everything is duality. It's balance for everything.
What about you, Jonathan? You take criticism well?
I'd like to think so.
Niggas answering like that make me think that's a hard no, dog.
A hard no.
I'd like to think I do. I mean, it depends. Like a constructive criticism for sure. You know what I'm saying? That's appreciated. I value that. But if you criticize me and I feel like you're trying to put me down, then no. You know what I'm saying?
So niggas keep saying constructive criticism. What about criticism that is absolutely true, but not put in a nice way?
My thing is you can get your point across, but you can also do it tactfully.
Right. Cause
You know what I'm saying?
Not
You don't
everyone
gotta
has the
disrespect.
tactability, though.
That's their problem. So that's where my problem lies with them.
And
Well-
you know, but I did want to say though, to add to what I was saying is like, regardless of whether it's criticism or constructive criticism, inside I'm feeling awkward. It's just I'm more welcoming to that awkwardness. Like it feels like shit. Like I'm being told about myself, regardless of whether it's constructive or not. I guess in an outward word, I don't like it, but I welcome it, I guess.
I don't take it well. I don't. And maybe in a professional setting, in a professional setting, I definitely do. Like, it's like, okay, especially if someone's like, you know, an authority figure or someone who knows more than me. If it's helping me, cool. But like when it comes to like my music, and sometimes I know it can be constructive, or it is someone who knows what they're talking about, I'm still like, yeah, don't tell me about what I do. Like, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
It really hurts me when it comes to my art, but you know, sometimes it comes with it. It's a part of growth as well.
So one thing that me and Forever Amp talked about before we left for the trip, we heard this affirmation that says, I love myself and I trust my intuition, you know? And all throughout the trip, one of the things that kept repeating in my mind was go with your first mind, go with your first mind, several times. And I feel like a lot of times when I get criticism, it makes me second guess my first mind, and I be pissed after it. To the highest pissivity, because it's like I knew better, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trusting you more than I trust myself to do something.
Interesting.
That might be a difference between you and me. Because like whenever like I think about any past criticisms, like I do remember the shitty feeling, but like I also, my favorite parts of like getting the criticism is my wide-eyed expression, like, oh shit, I'm a dickhead. You right? Like I just learned some new shit. I'm way more efficient now. Carlos 2.0. Like
That's
I remember those moments.
Yeah. That's the criticism I was thinking about when I asked, like, a criticism from a friend or loved one, but they said it in anger, but that shit is dead ass right. Like you and your girl arguing and she say that shit to you like, you do not take criticism well. You know what I mean? She like throw that shit at you and you like, you right. You right.
Now, for real, in relationships, I like, that's the thing that I really do love about me and her relationship is that we talk about problems and we address them. And then if she's right, you know, I have no issue saying that you're right. But I also, like, I need to be in the space to receive what it is that you're trying to say. So if you can't do this with tact or whatever like that, then I'm not going to hear what you're saying. And it's the same way for her. She's not going to hear what I'm saying if I can't do it tactfully. I'm not going to. And at the same time, when you in
But that's why y'all in a relationship together, because you can work.
When you in a relationship, you know what I'm saying, you are tasked with finding that give and take. You are tasked with that. You are tasked with, okay, I could say this to hurt you, but I actually give a fuck about you. I care about you. So let me find a way to make it so that you are more receptive to what I got to say. Because she could be 100% right in some shit. But at the same time, I could be 100% right as well. And they can be two completely different things. But these are our perspectives, you know. And these are the things that we grew up with or, you know, whatever the case may be.
At the same time.
At the same time.
And no, but I mean, yeah.
This episode.
But no, yeah, I agree though, because it's just like you said, if you can't do it without tact, then it's like at this point you being disrespectful,
right?
And I don't deal with disrespect well at all.
I mean, but that also, I just feel like bringing up the tact argument is it's just kind of weak, because like you can't control, like you can only control your tactfulness. Like you can't control others. Like you can't control how well someone speaks or is able to express themselves. I'm shitty at that, and so I guess that's why I feel like I'm defending that argument.
But you still have enough respect for me and love for me to be criticizing in a loving way, though. You know what I'm saying?
But okay, what if I was just your friend, but I just really was just like shitty with my words, like. Would you still consider me the same friend or like? No,
probably not.
Right, but so like you're the one that's making the decision to deal with my shitty, my shitty. Right now, it's happening right now. Like, like
I have especially like don't criticize me in my life and what I got going on if your shit ain't all the way together either. I have a big problem.
So can't nobody criticize you then? So nobody can criticize you then?
I guess not. Shit, I mean, no, for real. Like, if your shit ain't all the way together, don't speak on what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no room to talk.
Because ain't no one got their shit together.
Focus on you, yeah. Like, no.
But when Ace brought it up originally, the tactfulness, and she said like if you can't say it tactfully, that's your problem. My first thought was, if I can't receive it and it's not tactful, that's actually my problem.
Right,
Because
yeah.
now I'm losing the criticism. I'm losing the chance to grow and really understand where I'm fucking up because you didn't say it to me nice. You know what I'm saying? And as a person who take a
It's
lot of
not
shit
about
personal, I
nice.
gotta stop myself from doing that. Like, what are they trying to say? Does this person love me? Are they saying it with malice or with hate? Or are they just saying it aggressively?
And that's the thing, like you do have to have discernment to go through all of those questions, you know what I'm saying? But it's also like I don't have to. Okay, so say we in the car or something, and I just be like, you can't fucking drive. You can't fucking drive. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't gonna help you learn how to drive better. Me saying it to you disrespectfully ain't gonna help you learn how to drive better. Yo, look out for that car. Yo, this, you know, it's a whole nother way that I'm having to come about you. Or even so much to say, like, yo, I got this trauma when you speeding up on cars like this. Can you just slow down a little bit? You know, expressing my experience with what it is that you're doing and how it's affecting me. But again, these are all different tactics for how I'm addressing the actual issue. I don't have to be disrespectful to you in order to get this point across.
I agree.
That doesn't mean nicely though. It doesn't mean lack of aggressive because you have the right to feel how you want to feel. And if whatever I'm doing is making you respond to me aggressively, then you know we got to figure that out too.
In that same example, if I'm the passenger and you hit the curb or you like driving over the yellow line or something, I might really feel like, nah, bro, we in danger. I am not about to, hey, you know, this makes me feel away. No, nigga, move. What are you doing? Like, we're about to die. You driving like an idiot. Like, I don't know. And again, maybe that's not the best thing because it's not always about what you say, but how you say it. But nigga, you
And
need to
think
know
about-
that you fucking
but-
up right now.
But think about if you do that and I fuck up because I'm looking over at you.
And now
we
it's
for
my- now it's
sure
my fault.
dying. We for sure dying. Like, what you talking about, dog? I'm looking up, dead at you and veering over into this lane.
Right.
Well, I can attest to the fact that sometimes I do drive a little crazy. And this young man does correct me, but he doesn't do it in a mean way. He's like, all right, love. You going the wrong exit, love.
See
Come
what I'm
on, love.
saying?
But the way he's doing it, obviously it's because
Of his love for
yeah,
you.
he's not
No.
being mean about it, but I know inside he's like, what the fuck is going on here?
This is coming from the same woman who actually told me she really hates the way that I criticize her driving.
Yeah, but
Now I do it well, but
I'm
now
not
I don't
saying
even
you
like
do it
saying
well.
anything
I didn't
anymore
say
because I
you
see
do it.
Give you
it. She
your
don't like
props
that
for
shit.
when
So I'm
you
like,
do.
I'm not saying you do it well. I'm saying you don't try to say it like in a mean way. You
Okay.
actually think about the way you're saying it to me because you care about me.
That don't mean she
That
don't
doesn't
like
mean
it.
yeah, like I'm just saying you don't say it crazy. You don't yell at me the way you just your example.
thank you, because
Criticism is
I do try to like really tactfully tell you I feel uncomfortable.
I understand. I hear you.
See, but you do that because of the love and appreciation and the respect that you have for her. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you want to criticize me or criticize anybody. That you can do it in a way that your point will be made in a less aggressive way. So,
Sometimes I'm not tactful.
but
I will tell you that.
yes, all right. I know nobody's perfect.
Nobody's gonna be 100% with
Right.
the shit.
I mean, can anybody say that they do handle it well though? Because I mean, when I get criticized, I don't always feel good about the criticism. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes me like, damn.
There's never
okay.
been one criticism where I feel good about myself.
Right.
It's only the afterthought.
So if you're not feeling good about yourself, is that a way of handling it well though?
That's a good question.
I
Because
mean-
I would say I might handle it well, but I don't like it and I don't welcome it and I don't feel good about it and I don't like encourage anyone to criticize me. But
Right. There's a lot of things that
I'll
don't
take
go
it.
right in your life, but you're handling it some sort of way. And if you're not blowing up in their face because they untactfully told you about yourself,
Then that's
then I'm handling it well, I think.
Okay. Okay. I can
This kind of reminds me of the several countless hours inside rehearsals for all the plays that I done been a part of. You know what I'm saying? Whether acting or doing some type of technical work on this play or whatever. it's so many times where you get stopped mid sentence. Oh, change it like this, or oh, what, you know, like how when we was running through the Love Is, right? This really happens in rehearsal, so that this shit, once it comes to the time of the performance, all these things are already worked out.
Great
and you
example.
conveying your point.
Great example.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only reason why, like, during the performance, no, this don't happen like that. But you gotta be able to make those adjustments. And those critiques, they don't always feel comfortable. They don't. But you know that this person who is directing you is trying to pull something out of you.
I wish we had the footage of you giving us direction during that.
And
Bruh, cause you was demoralizing the group, nigga. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Ain't nobody want to do that shit after your notes, dog. And it was good notes. And then when you did it, you like showed us that it really can be done much better.
Yeah.
But I ain't like it still.
And I have to
I was like, bruh, this nigga is killing us.
It was some criticism. It was definitely some criticism.
I was so scared to go. I went after you. I'm like, fuck me.
But see,
Gosh.
like you killed it, especially the very first time. Like it's gonna be times where, you know, somebody can hop right on that shit and boom, give you everything that they need. And then it's gonna be another day. That same person might not perform it the same way. You know what I'm saying? So you really have to play with different things to find out where's that comfortable pace that this person is gonna flow into. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a part of the creative process.
Got you. All right, that was a long tangent. Before our shot clock.
And since A said her catchphrase twice,
3 times.
3 times, oh shit, then I think she should be the first to answer.
Shit.
Would you do cryogenics?
What's that?
Freezing your body,
Like Austin Powers?
like Austin Powers, Futurama.
Oh, like for some years? Hell no.
No,
No.
no.
Cause I don't know what the fuck is gonna be done to my body while I'm asleep.
It could be frozen.
That's scary as fuck. Somebody else is gonna be in control.
That is not
What
the
if they
reason I
don't?
thought you
What
were
if they
gonna
don't
say.
want to wake me up?
I mean, that's a thought.
Okay.
I mean, there's also I mean, but that's so the reason this is being brought up because I saw that Australia is actually opening up a facility for people to be able to freeze themselves in cryogenics till the future.
Do you know how long? For how long they can freeze themselves?
I mean, you're frozen. I think you could choose
Up to like 100 years, 200, 20,
you know,
25.
We're still around in
That's
1,000 years.
dead, bro. Cause what if this facility shut down
Yeah.
while I'm frozen? They done got rid of my body. Like,
Hold on, these people are making these decisions while they're older. They're already getting ready to die and things like that. Retirement thoughts. They're trying to spend time with their family later on. So it's a lot of reasons why they're doing it. But
so only old people can do it.
no, anyone can do it. But I'm asking you if you would do it.
Hell
Hell no.
no.
Damn.
What if they drop a fucking nuke on that shit?
But that's what I'm saying, Ace. These people are old. They don't care. They're about to die anyways. This shit is just keeping them alive.
I ain't old.
If it's dead, it's dead.
I ain't old. If you fucking
But
nuke
when
the
you get
building
old,
that's
would you-
holding my body, I'm gonna have a whole issue, bro. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna stalk the shit out you.
If you get old, would you? If you get old, have kids, and then those kids have kids, you're not gonna try to spend time with them? Your time is done?
It's a wrap, man.
You know, I'm going hard on this, but I wouldn't do it either.
Why wouldn't you do it?
Why wouldn't I do it?
That's surprising as well.
Like, as much as I would like to see the future, I feel like I'm here when I'm supposed to be. And so it's like, I mean, if I'm forced into cryogenics, then I feel like that's where I'm supposed to be then. But nah, if it's on me, I just
That is
die.
surprising. I expected you to do it, and I expected you to say no, but only because you didn't want to wake up and everybody you know is dead. That's what I thought your reason was going to be.
Well,
I mean, that's a
partially
big
my reason,
reason,
but,
too.
I
But you can handle everybody dying, so this would be perfect for you.
right, I get that, but then like everyone is dying in my life, not like when I'm not around.
Say that again?
Like if I'm around and everyone is dying, then I'm still experiencing this death. I'm going through this closure in my life of my people around me dying, me eventually dying. Like this is a learning thing. But if I just escape that through cryogenics, and now I have to like live an entirely different life as an old man that has to start over. That shit sucks.
Surprising. What about you, birthday kid?
Man, I don't know. You know, it's funny because I do remember them talking about this, but them not being able to properly take care of the frozen body, so it wasn't like in technology or in use yet. So to actually hear that it is now, it's really crazy. I can't believe that we're there. Would I do it when I get older? I probably would.
What about now?
Right now, no.
No, yeah, I mean you got a life to live.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it.
But that's the thing. It's like if you do it now, you're still kind of young, and when you unfreeze, you're still that kind of young, and you still got your life to live at that point, brand new you.
No, I wouldn't want to do it now.
Oh, and then imagine you invest in something. Cryogenics. In the future, that shit blew up.
If it does blow up.
You just out here with retirement money at 30.
Now, I will say it's a very interesting thought. You know, if it was forced onto us as a society, right? Then I would probably be more open to the idea of that for reasons like what you just named. But at the same time,
Yo, drink your shot. Drink that.
Big ass shot.
this is like a triple shot, so I'm a...
And you said it 4 times.
I was like, what just happened? Oh, man.
I just wouldn't want to do. It's too many uncontrollables that I can't be a part of.
That's true, though. That's true. I mean, anything could happen. Like you said, the facility could blow up. I mean, they could lose funding. I mean, anything can happen. Like, even if I did invest anything, who's to say in 100 years that the society will be still standing?
Or somebody ain't steal your investment in 100 years, you will sleep.
New World Order can happen. I think we're about due for that. You guys ever hear, I think it was George Washington that said this. But he was like, no, it wasn't George Washington. It was like Franklin. But anyways, they were saying a revolution should be occurring like at least every certain amount of years. And we haven't had a revolution in America for a long time. And so I think that's a big problem that we've had.
What's the definition of revolution?
Yeah, like New World Order, you know, something like that. Like not in that grand a scale, but like
When was the last one, or when was the last one they say?
1776.
the American Revolution.
I don't know.
Nah, I don't remember.
I think I heard something like society's falling ever. So
Hey, fact checker.
I
What
mean,
was the
you
last
could.
revolution we had?
I might argue the 60s were a revolution, if any time. You know what I mean? That's kind of when a lot of things were happening, at least in America.
Which revolution?
I would say during the 60s, like not only black people, but like poor people and rich people. Like military was like hippies and all that. They kind of had a strong sense of what the military was doing, and they kind of called it out and shit like that. I mean, that might be a more minor example of one, but
I just
the most
feel like
recent one.
we haven't really stopped having revolutions, because back in the 60s and stuff, they killed King, and that ignited some shit within our communities.
they
Then
was
you know,
killing niggas back then.
and it hasn't stopped. You know, then come
Don't nobody
along,
powerful get killed anymore though.
cause they took the people, they made it a crime to be revolutionary and to train up other revolutionaries.
Which is part of the
they
problem.
did. They did.
Ain't it?
That is part of the problem.
That is part of the problem, but it's like it's if we think of a revolution as a large fire, it's still been massive sparks like here and there. You know what I'm saying? Socially and consciously.
Isn't that
like,
an oxymoron?
huh?
Like social sparks here and there. Like there's constant sparks here and there. Like, is it always happening, or is it
Like
here and there?
the thing is, are we calling a like is time the definitive factor to make something a revolution, or is it have to be so big? Because it's been little revolutions all over. It's been like massive communities coming together to
So are you saying that that's what we've evolved into? Instead of like major revolutions, we're just constantly changing?
I think so.
That's what we're at right now.
Little fires everywhere.
Little fires everywhere. It might not be no big ass massive global change, but it's little fires everywhere. Little changes everywhere. It's a community every couple minutes going up against police brutality. You know what I'm saying?
So, I looked it up. The definition of a revolution is a forcible overthrow of a government or social order in favor of a new system.
Yeah.
I don't think we have the wherewithal to create new government standards.
Wow, that was very anti-revolutionary of you. Why would you say that about us?
Because between them killing off the revolutionaries and us not being able to organize properly or sustain, you know what I'm saying, us being so tied into the system, we can't just completely leave it just yet. Like,
Wow. I'm very surprised to hear you say this. Why do you say we can't do it?
I think
Because we
our
haven't.
ability
won't
to
come
organize is the
together.
highest it's ever been.
I think we could.
Our ability to organize is the highest it's ever possibly been capable of. You know, like we got social media. Everybody's
that's potential.
Yeah, right. Potential. Yeah.
But the force that we actually utilizing to organize
Yeah.
is not there.
But we have the wherewithal, but we're just not doing it. And that's what I'm saying. It's like
Everybody don't have the
I think
knowledge,
that's to your point.
resources, time.
Yeah, to your point. Where
money.
it's just like people are just not gathering, not staying staying whole as a unit to have that one idea become big enough to actually cause change. Like you're saying, these gradual little fires they build to make smaller changes.
I feel like today social media makes it tougher for a revolution to begin because there's so much information and misinformation on social media that it's difficult for everybody to like even understand what the facts of the situation are. But I would say the great thing about social media is if a revolution begun, everybody would jump on it because that's how social media is. We just got to get everybody on one thing, which is difficult. But if we do, I think it'll be sweeping.
So do y'all think that we will live to see a revolution, like a revolution might happen in our lifetime? The government
I do.
is shut down and a new one to go in place.
And we have a lot more life to live.
Yeah, I think if we do have some type of revolution, it'll be us going back to basics. Not back to basics, but just being not as dependent on technology or being all the distractions that technology offers.
I think the revolution is honestly going to be black people leaving America in our lifetime. Or black people like choosing a specific area in America and it's like,
Gatekeeping it.
yeah, this is something for us. Like we're going to take North Carolina, South Carolina, and another adjacent state and this is us now.
Shit, I just figured something more basic would happen to America. We're just like, we're not a capitalist country anymore. We're all of a sudden communist or something.
Oh my God.
Fascist.
I could see us, oh gosh, I mean, I guess that's not that much different. But I was going to say, I could see us losing like maybe the president system and getting like
Yeah, I mean...
something between a dictator and a
right,
president.
I mean,
But that's essentially the same.
yeah, I mean...
or-
whatever it is, like, I think that's something that is bound to happen. And, I mean, maybe not my lifetime. I mean, maybe so. But...
I really think it's going to be black people choosing to leave America. Because everybody keep making a joke about it. And I think if black people ever get comfortable with the idea of life outside of America and we understand what other countries have to offer and that America is not really the best, it's just
this coming
different.
from you is major.
Yeah, 'cause he's
I mean, I'm very
But
like
at
America,
the same
but
time,
okay.
duality, bro, it works. But
I'd leave if everybody else, if all y'all niggas say, yo, we going to Africa, what y'all think I'm gonna stay here and chill by myself with the white people?
Yeah.
Come on, it just, you got to get enough people to go and niggas gonna be like, well, if we go over there, then what's up?
now
Africans just gotta
This is-
welcome us.
this is the thing.
Looking at me. I don't like us.
No, y'all don't like us, nigga.
I guess it's a two-way street, baby.
I love you.
Love you too.
By the way, I would absolutely do cryogenics, unquestionably. I would ask my significant other to do it with me.
Yeah.
And if she wouldn't, I maybe wouldn't. But if I was single, at my age 33 right now, no question. No question.
You would do it right
You do
now?
it right now?
If I was single, yes. And if you did it with me right now, I would do it.
Why?
Because I don't got no kids. Because I ain't got nothing tying me down. I can have a funeral, like where I'm there. All y'all niggas can come, kick it with me, talk. And like the day before I go into cryogenics, because when I come out, I'm basically
dope.
dead. Yeah, man, we gonna have a party. We gonna kick it.
Honestly, hey yo, I think if I remember
100
correctly,
years.
when I was looking at all of this cryogenic shit, these people were actually like planning their funerals too, like just like
You got to.
yeah,
Is you gonna
yeah.
be?
And I'm gonna sit in the coffin. Y'all gonna talk some shit. I'm gonna point niggas out like, yo, you gotta speak next. Tell them about that time I did this shit for you. Yeah. Tell them. Tell them. I'm gonna write a speech and tell niggas this for my eulogy. That nigga Teasy was amazing, dog. I'm gonna miss him.
I'm gonna get some sort of degree that allows me to work in that facility. And I'm gonna tattoo you while you're in there, and then just die.
That'd be wild.
I'm gonna die with that tattoo.
Damn.
But I would definitely choose to come out in the year 2100 because that's my life goal to live till anyways. That would be the year. February 10, 2100, unfreeze me.
I mean,
Let's do this.
How old are we in 2100? 100?
I'll be 110.
110. Okay.
but if you're choosing to do cryogenics, I mean, and you come out at that time, you're still gonna be like 33-year-old body, and so you're not gonna live till 110. You're gonna live past that.
And I'm assuming with medication and all that shit, I might be able to make it to 2200 naturally from there.
Okay.
Or I was gonna say is like if you're gonna do cryogenics, why not go for like a different future date?
Like 1,000 years and everything?
Yeah.
Nah, that's too risky now. I can only do 100. You know what I mean? I could do 2
You can
lifetimes.
do it again. Oh no, you're gonna be old.
I mean, you could keep doing it, but
Okay, but I'm saying.
hey, stop criticizing my shit. Y'all niggas wasn't gonna do it. Don't tell me how to do mine. Alright?
Okay, but I'm saying though, like I like to put like frozen vegetables and shit in the freezer, and you know once they unthaw, sometimes they don't be in the same fresh condition as they was when I took them out.
They
So
sure
like,
don't.
what's your body go like?
They be soft.
Like I don't know, bro. Let it get a couple of years into effect and let's see. You know what I'm saying? How it really works.
I'll be the
It's
guinea
really
pig.
gonna stand.
I was also gonna say, my bad.
I was gonna say, have they reanimated someone? Like, do they know for sure it's gonna work?
Not that I know of.
And look into that.
They got clones of
Gotta do
motherfuckers now.
some
They definitely have clones and shit
Yeah,
out
they've
here.
been cloning for years now.
But I was gonna say,
Not people.
with that being said, while we can't really reach the revolutionary stage, is because of technology and capitalism too, because that's the great divider between the classes. Like if these poor people don't have access to this technology, right, to freeze themselves, let's just say it's approved or whatever like that, these poor people don't have it, who y'all think gonna be the ones to blow up the facilities?
Oh shit! The people who don't have access to it.
Right.
Isn't that? So what
Why
are you
is
saying?
blow
I
up
don't
the
understand.
facility one of the major threats of cryogenics.
Because like
The niggas literally chilling, getting blown up.
and doing nothing to you.
Oh, that's fucked up.
if that's what's gonna set us apart, you mean to tell me that you get to go to sleep for 100 years and still wake up maybe rich or whatever like that, while I still have to suffer in this fucking lifetime? I'm coming to blow your shit up.
Ace keeps saying it because she ready to blow shit up if it go down and she can't do it.
Period. Nah. But
Not on my watch.
that I really do feel like that's one of the big inhibitors of us really creating this community revolution, because we don't have the money in the community. And if we do have the money in the community, we don't always have the knowledge to know how to make our money work for us. And if we do have that knowledge to make the money work for us, we don't always share that knowledge with other people, because we, can be a little selfish. And I'm saying we in all of these senses, because I can be any one of these characters on my best or worst day.
But why is it the cryogenic person's fault
This not even talking about cryogenics. This talking about
in general?
money. And then it's going with resources, because technology is a resource. The more money that you have, the more you can use technology to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? It's people who already been living in the metaverse before we seen movies and shit of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ace, I want you to get rich so bad, because I just want to see if
I
you're
wanna
gonna
know
talk
if you
the
would-
same,
you are
boy.
not.
You have
I want to see it,
You
dog. And I don't want you to hit the lotto. I need you to like do something, create something by accident, and it just get you $1 million. I need you to
received
like
that, brother.
earn that motherfucking 100 and be like, I worked hard for this. I'm not like y'all no more. Cause I think that's exactly what you would do, bro. Like, I worked hard, I got it. Can't relate, bro. Can't relate. I wish y'all all the
doubt
best.
I'll
It's nothing but love, but
bro.
I don't think you would give away your
I would
fortune.
say it's not even about me giving it away. I'm already a very giving person. But it's some people who I wouldn't fuck with for sure. Family included for sure. Fuck y'all and fuck the shit that you own, because you trying to tear me down at the end of the day. This is not a mutual relationship, and that don't mean what you can give me has to be equal to what I can give you. But this just means that you got to respect me and love me the way that I respect you and love you. You might not have the things that I have, but I'm never going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that type of person. I don't care how much money I got. Like,
You're saying you wouldn't what?
I'm not going to be fake. I'm not going to, like,
I don't think you would be fake.
I'll still give stuff. Like, what are you saying that I would do if I had money?
I don't think that you would talk down on the rich. I don't think that you would see the poor as these terminally victimized people if you were rich. And that's why I say specifically, if you didn't hit the lotto, you created something. If this pod pop and you become a millionaire off it, I don't think you're going to be looking at poor people like, yo, y'all are continually victimized. Y'all can't come up because of the system. I think you would say, look at me, dog. If I can do it, so can you.
I'm going to go back and give them the game, though.
I do not disagree. I do not disagree.
So I'm not wrong in it.
I don't think you're wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I think that you would. Yeah, never mind.
So here's what I got. I do believe that we were victimized though, in a sense, because when you think about it, I'll be thinking about like, where did the black people go wrong? Because we had our own communities and everything, and I really feel like integration fucked us up. Integration, the drugs that they released in our communities, then they locked up a lot of our leaders and killed off a lot of our leaders. I think those 4 things really fucked us up.
May I ask you guys a question? You two in particular. Do you think there is a difference between feeling victimized and being a victim?
Do I think there's a difference?
Between
Being a victim and feeling victimized.
Yes.
I agree.
I feel like, can nobody not tell you that you're not a victim of some shit?
Okay. Can you answer my question?
I feel like I did. Like,
Can you explain how you answered it? I don't understand.
just if I feel victimized, you can't tell me that I'm not victimized. You can't tell me that the shit that I went through did not victimize me.
So I'm hearing no then. You do not think there is a difference. You think victims are victimized people. or victimized people are victims. People who feel victimized are victims.
Yes.
Okay. I look at it differently. I think anybody can be a victim. We all have been victims in our lives of something, every one of us. I think a feeling of victimization, though, is a state of mind. I think you choose to be a victim. That's being victimized. Like, and then you say everything that's happening to me is because capitalism, white people, my parents, my friends, my sexuality, my race. Like, that's feeling victimized and making it a state of being. Yeah, I've been a victim of things, but I don't think that's not a primary character of me or of my life or anything. Like, as a black person, I say that. Like, I've been a victim of many things, but I don't feel victimized. I don't feel like a victim, and I have been a victim, if that makes sense.
You don't carry your victimization. But victimized sound like hypnotized to me.
I think there might be a similarity there.
There's I think a reason.
There might be some deep something to that.
Now, with that said, I firstly agree with what you're saying, right? But at the same time,
you gotta finish that drink. You have got to finish
I'll finish it after this statement.
Before this pod over,
After
that thing
this
gotta be
statement,
gone.
I'm gonna finish this drink. All right. I just feel like we can say all of these things don't have to affect you, but we can't say that they don't play a part in the shit. We're fucking 400 years behind as a people. All the niggas over here in America. Right? We're 400 fucking years behind. That plays a difference. Why are we 400 years behind? Because we were victimized. Because we was traumatized. You know what I'm saying? And not to say that these things are playing the primary factor of our life and the trajectories of our lives or anything like that. But let's not say that these things don't matter. Let's not say that these things, whatever they may be, even if they're small to you, me and my girl talk about this all the time, how just the simple presence or absence of our father, you know what I'm saying, ultimately affected everything from how we communicate with each other, how we communicate with other family members and everything like that. I can't sit up here and say that her dad didn't fucking traumatize her with his absence. With his presence. Just like she can't say that my dad didn't traumatize me with his absence. You know what I'm saying? They both two completely different things, but we were affected in different and sometimes similar ways. So we can't say that the things that victims go through, whatever victimizes a person, isn't relevant.
I hear you.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I think that actually absolutely plays a part too, because a lot of our homes was broken too back then as well, and I definitely do feel victimized by my father not even telling me happy birthday today. Just forgot my birthday.
Oh.
Nah, but it is what it is. I don't feel victimized by it at all, for real. I'm cool.
You can call me Pops, no homo. I love you, son.
Good, bro. Thanks for the effort.
Even with that, you know what I'm saying, how he's hurt, he's saying out his own mouth, I'm not a victim to this, you know, it is not weighing on me like that, but it bothers me a little bit, you know what I'm saying, because I'm this man's seed, and he don't care enough to say something as simple as happy birthday.
It's funny that you say that, because what I heard him say is that is an example of him being a victim of something but not feeling victimized by it.
Exactly. I'm saying the same thing.
Okay.
I'm saying the same thing.
You're saying you agree, but it doesn't sound like you're agreeing when you explain it.
I'm expressing that even though he was victimized, he does not feel victimized. But it does not mean that he was not victimized. It does not mean that he doesn't have these feelings at some point in there. You know what I'm saying? It just means that he can carry himself be above that.
Okay. I think though, if you can carry yourself above it, then you're not
A victim.
victimized. It's not, again, because I think it's a mindset, and if you're living above it, you're above the victimization mindset. It's like when you finally come to terms with something, or what is it? Emotionally accept something, whatever the phrase is, like can grow from it. You know, you're above it now. Like that's always a part of your experience. You probably will forever hurt from it, but it's not a controlling thing. It's not a major point. It
doesn't have to define you.
Yeah.
I don't know the word for it. I wish I could articulate it better.
I think back to what you were saying, Ace. It's like these things that happened in history. You can't say that they didn't happen. You can't say they're not affecting you. But you can say that, like, you can focus on the things that are actually making you a victim, as opposed to focusing on the victimization that has constructed who you are now. That way you're able to focus on the current issue of what's causing you to be a victim, as opposed to blaming this current situation on all these years of history that have been going on. Like, obviously those things played a part, and I'm not saying that they don't, but that's also kind of irrelevant to what's going on right now in particular.
I disagree for the simple fact. Let me give you an example. Let's say I was sexually molested as a young age. Mm-hmm. I was traumatized or victimized, and I now carry myself in a very promiscuous way. And that goes into every relationship that I've ever gotten involved in. Yes, all of these choices that I made when I was old enough and able to understand, those are my choices and I'm responsible for those. But this shit started after I was a fucking victim of some shit. It's not 100% my fault. Now, do I have to take responsibility for my actions? Yes. Am I responsible for not victimizing someone else? Yes. Do I need to carry myself above this incident and not let this incident tie me down and weigh me down and carry myself, oh, woe is me? Yes. I do need to do all of these things. But even though this shit happened when I was 5 years old and I'm just now addressing it at 35, it doesn't mean that it was irrelevant because it happened this many years ago. This affected my life for 30 plus years. And if I don't deal with this, it has the potential to affect my life for 30 more years or plus.
Yeah, all of that is true. But I'm saying, it's like, what if like the problem that it just has nothing to do with you being promiscuous? Like, yes, it might. Let's say, give it numbers. Let's give it some numbers. Let's say this has something to do with your promiscuousness at a 20%. And then the current situation, and I'm giving it a lot of percent. The current situation at hand is with you at work and your boss or whatever, and you guys are just arguing. How much of this has to do with you being a victim of being sexually abused?
It depends on how that abuse happens. I could have been talked down to while I was being abused, and this makes me think that I can talk down to other motherfuckers. Or this makes me acceptive.
I'm triggered when somebody talk down on me.
Exactly. It's so many ways that it can affect the person, and we just don't have the shit to stand on to say that this person is not a victim of circumstances.
And I don't think any of us are calling people who are victims not victims. We all recognize victims as victims. It's just, I don't think every situation that is going on, I don't think I'm reacting to it because of some past trauma every time. I like to think that I can react to things based off of what's happening in front of me.
And you may be able to, but somebody else may not. I'm not speaking for Los. Mm-hmm. I'm speaking for Ace and people who Well, yeah, kind of only Ace, but also like people who would respond like Ace would respond.
And me too. I'm saying like it's just like, and that I guess that goes to what TZ is saying. It's a mind state. It's a state of mind.
Okay. I disagree, but okay.
Okay.
I have another question for y'all. I don't know why I'm coming up with these. I actually thought of it when you mentioned your dad earlier. This is kind of stupid, but maybe it's not. This is going to be a real like podcast ass question, but I'm gonna ask it anyways. Do y'all, in y'all dating experiences, do y'all feel like y'all can tell the difference between people who come from 2-parent households and 1-parent households?
I don't think I can.
No.
No.
I don't. I think I can. But at the same time, I don't know many that did though.
Right. Same. That's why like I don't think I have enough data to be able to compile that.
Yeah, but I do think there's a humongous difference.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Without your data, what makes you say that?
Because
What
I
makes you
have-
theorize that?
Because I have friends that come from 2-parent households.
And they're upstanding people?
I'd like to think so. Seriously.
I would say my two most serious relationships that I've ever been in, they both came from 2-parent households.
What do you think? Why do you... Go ahead.
I was also going to say that I've learned more about myself, my communication style, my childhood traumas, my triggers in these relationships than I did with any other relationship that was just really like passing by. And most of those passing by relationships were single parent homes.
Right. And then to echo off what John was saying, any of my friends that come from 2-parent homes, they're probably very well off. Yeah.
They are.
Well-to-do people.
Yeah.
I do, because I think there's like a balance that you possess. It's like a good yin and yang. You know what I'm saying? When you,
I don't feel like a victim about this. Just saying.
oh, you come from
That doesn't mean that you aren't, though.
you come from a single
Obviously.
parent. It could be, and a lot of these victim mentalities and stuff. What made me think about when you was talking was like be subconscious. You know what I'm saying? Like they might even know that they doing this based off of their experiences. You know what I'm saying? So
That's what I thought of when Lo said the shit that he's reacting to something that's happening right in front of him, but maybe you're not. No one knows.
Yeah, no,
no one knows. But
I might not be. Yeah, I might not be. But like, I like to think that I am. Yeah.
I would say sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. So I guess the answer would be no.
you can't tell the difference between.
Because I've been in a relationship with someone who was only in like a single parent home, and that person treated me better than someone who had a 2-parent home and communicated, better than that type of person. So sometimes you never can tell.
Is there a difference between single parent homes and 2-parent homes when one parent dies, or versus when the parents are just separated?
Divorced.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think
Like, is it still a 2-parent home if they're just divorced?
No,
why not?
because the idea of a 2-parent home is 2 parents in the home.
Oh,
So
see,
it's-
I'm
so it's
thinking
still a
about
one-parent
the
home at
person.
that point?
I'm thinking about the person just having a relationship with both parents. Period.
I think that I never got the opportunity to have that, so I feel like I definitely missed out. And if my father was alive, I would make the obvious decision to not talk to him, but at least I have the option, and I think that would have been healthier than well, I don't know, that's probably less healthy. I think I was blessed.
Wow.
You didn't have to choose, it just happened.
Yeah.
And now that makes me wonder, is there a difference between people who grow up in 2-parent households, 1-parent households, and 1-parent households but close relationship to both parents? Like, which one does that person in the middle kind of lean more toward typically? Like the 2-parent household type of person or the 1-parent household type of person?
At the same time, it all works.
I promise y'all, this the name of the episode. I promise.
I don't think that there's just like we are too complicated a society to just have like one or the other. So like
I agree. I don't want to stereotype, but I do think there are trends, and it's probably some type of
a positive correlation on.
you know the vibes. You know the verbiage.
I kind of disagree.
Talk to us.
So, my ex, her mom died. So that's what made her 2-parent household into a 1-parent household. And her dad eventually remarried or whatever like that. Love of my life, got both her parents right now.
Mm-hmm.
Living together. And without me putting anything out there that ain't supposed to be out there, I would just say that I'm glad that she is supported by both of her parents, you know what I'm saying? And that she's loved by both of her parents. I can see that despite whatever disagreements or dysfunctions or whatever the case may be, I can see that with her, you know what I'm saying? I feel like my ex may have been exposed to more healthier love languages and love patterns, you know? But again, I feel also like I'm growing the most with this person who hasn't had the healthiest love languages given to them, even though they had both parents in the house. You know what I'm saying? And me, I've only had my mom, and I'm realizing, like, despite how much she has loved me and, you know, been there for me and supported me, her love language isn't as healthy as I've always envisioned. You know what I'm saying? And I just see all of these differences. Like, no one family structure is the perfect one. You know, it's about a commitment to continuously be better. Mm-hmm. That's all it is.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, I mean, I think what helped my relationship with my mom was growing up was when I just realized I had took her off the pedestal and just realized that she's just a human too, just doing the best that she can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's really no rule book on life and how to do it. So,
dog, it still baffles me to this day when I think about how my mom just raised the three of us, no dad. Like, we had step parents every now and then. I don't think any of them were ever any financial help on some real shit. I know one of them fucked up my mom's credit real bad that she only just recently recovered. And then the other few, they might have helped with, like, living expenses. But I really don't think they helped much with us as her kids. And when I've been talking to my mom recently, and I tell her, like, yo, I can't believe, like, the lifestyle I'm supporting for myself right now. Obviously, I have more now than when I used to have as a kid. But the fact that you supported my habits, Maria's habits, and my sister Andrea's habits, like all of us.
By yourself.
Like, by herself, you know, like, obviously her parents were like babysitting us, but she paid them still. Mm-hmm. And so it's just like the shit that she had to go through, and, like, in my head I'm just trying to think of ways of how I can support me and my mom in the future if I have to.
Yeah.
And I'm still working towards that. My mom had me, her oldest, at 19, and, like, so it's just like lady.
Dang, so your mom about, like, the same age as my mom. She like 52?
Like about 50, yeah. 51.
51, yeah. My mom just turned 51 too, so.
Yeah.
And she had me at 18.
Yeah. So. It's wild. Like, like, the amount of stuff you as a mother are gonna go through for your children and still argue about loving us more than we love you. Like, Mom, I love you. Like, what the fuck? How do you love me more than that? It's wild.
So I'm a believer that I believe in reincarnation, and I also believe that we choose our parents. I know a lot of people probably don't think that.
Hell no.
But I actually do think that, and I believe one of the lessons that I was sent back to Earth to learn was to be more independent, and I feel like I come from a line of strong, independent women, and I adore and I love and respect that about my family.
If y'all could re-choose your parents, would you? Talking to the guy who threw out the hell no quick as hell.
No,
No?
no, I love.
So hell yes, you may have chosen your parents.
Well, wait, huh? I guess I'm not
Gotta make him
understanding.
think.
No, I guess I'm not understanding then. So
Talk to us, John. What's your question? He gonna have to answer it though.
no, I'm saying no. I wouldn't re-choose it because I didn't think. Oh, I guess your question was if I could choose. Because I was just hard on the thought of like, no, I can't choose it. I didn't choose it. Why would I have chosen this? Because if I would have I would have chosen a 2-parent household, which I guess I had, but that wasn't like what was at the end goal, you know? I guess everybody's born into a 2-parent. You need the 2 parents to be born. But yeah, no, I don't think I as much as I love my mom, like if I could choose, I put myself in an advantageous position. I wouldn't put her through having me at 19. I don't know, like if I could choose, I would want the parent to be happy to have me, not have been forced to have me. You know? Like my mom could have had a much different life. Like she could have lived for herself for a little longer.
But you know that's not your fault.
I know it's not my fault, but he's giving me the choice.
To choose for her.
What's your theory of we choose our parents? Where does that come from?
Where does it come from?
Like, what do you mean we choose our parents? I've never heard that theory.
You're right, because I was gonna follow up question on that. Is just like, what about people who aren't close to their parents? Do they choose those parents too?
I mean, that's just what I believe. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe that for everybody. I believe like those parents, if you don't have a good relationship with them, whatever your mission or purpose of life is, this is like a school ground, and what I think, you sent here to learn certain life principles, life values, and things to take from this earth to your next lifetime. And so with the parents that we choose them to learn specific lessons or experiences that they do or they experienced, and they teach us or they mold us on different life purposes or principles to learn.
I wouldn't particularly choose other parents, but I would probably switch places with my brother. I probably would have been born first.
Why is that?
Her name Ace.
I didn't expect to hear that. Why?
She been shocking you all night at the same time.
At the same
At
time.
the same damn time.
I mean, because, I don't know. I would probably either be the first or the youngest to be born. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
You're a middle child, huh?
I'm a middle child.
Come on, I ain't never heard a nigga not want to be a middle. Come on, bro. Come on,
Cheers.
bro. We the special ones.
Bro,
No, I don't. I mean, you giving me the option, right? So,
hey, my bad. I'm trying to criticize.
I would be either older, because one thing I did feel I lacked as the oldest sister was I feel like I didn't have no female guidance. You know what I'm saying? So maybe me and my mom would probably be closer, and we'd probably go get our nails done or something together. Something like that if she would have had a girl first versus having a boy first. Or
That's interesting.
if I would have been the youngest, like I feel like my sister get away with a lot of stuff that I probably never got the opportunity to get away with because she's their last child.
Yo, Ace, I
So-
was just thinking, like, does that matter? I've got
Having
my
the
nail-
girl
I-
first versus the boy first.
I don't know if that matters. I've gone and got my nails done with my mom. I've gotten the mani. I've gotten the petty.
You're also Los. You're Los.
I am cool with my mama.
Your
My brother is
He's never
Myron.
gotten a mani-pedi with your mom?
I don't know what he's done with my mom. He lived with her a whole 9 years before I even came about. So
Damn, I was about to say something too.
he
I
went
wouldn't
through the
change
trenches.
My parents, because if I changed my parents, that wouldn't be me. I'll probably maybe try to change our situation. I know that's not the question you asked, but maybe just change certain things about how I grew up.
Yeah, I think we all would do that. And I think that's, like you're saying, a clear cheat. You got to choose your situation or another.
Now remember, I don't think your mom watches the show.
I know.
So mask off.
Nah, what do you mean? I'm not even trying to.
But that's why I asked the question, because I feel like essentially, even if you dislike one of your parents or hate the fact that that is your parent, if you like who you are and you appreciate your life the way it is, I think you gotta accept, like John was saying, I probably chose this because I knew my dad wouldn't be in my life. For your example, like my mom loves us. She had us young, but she probably wouldn't change it. So she's happy, we're happy. Fuck that nigga, he out the picture. We all got to live. You know, maybe you saw that as a fetus and was like, this is the life I want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. And then you knew that situation would made you the quirky and unique individual that you are today. That's what I assumed, like when you said all that. Like we get to choose our parents. Like, yeah, I love me. So if I had the choice, I probably would choose this. Of course, I don't know anything else, but
See, John, I believe in reincarnation, but I don't believe, like, I guess in whatever circle of that reincarnation is, I don't get how we can choose that. Like, I understand different beliefs, whatever. So I guess I'm just trying to express how I believe in the reincarnation. But it's just like if we're reincarnating to learn and to learn us a new lesson in this journey of life, then if I know what I'm supposed to learn already, and if I know the future, my outcome of my birth, then what am I learning? Like, I feel like I'm supposed to be learning, so I'm going to be put into this world, and then I'm going to learn in this world what I'm supposed to be learning.
Well, it's not so much that you know that what you're learning. It's just you want to learn a specific lesson or gain mastery or of a specific aspect of your being. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I might want to receive this experience to learn and grow about this aspect. I don't know how everything's going to play out, but I know at the end of it, this is what I hope to gain from this experience.
Not only that, like, I've heard that as we are being born, children are the closest things to God. You know, they are in the spiritual realm, and then once they come out of their mother's womb, you know, we do so much to fucking dumb them down. The first thing we do is slap them on their ass and give them pain. You know what I'm saying? The next thing we do is they've been in darkness this whole time. We have a lot of children born in hospitals with all these bright ass lights and shit, shocking them. Then we shoot them up with fucking vaccines and shit. They go through a lot coming here on the physical realm. And it's a lot that we forget. So I think that life plays out for us to go through things to relearn the things that we need to take with us on our journey. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, this is how wild my brain goes. But what if our entire life is us being born, the process of us being born in the womb, and all of this that we're going through in life is the prep and the bullshit that the hospital puts you through when you're actually born?
It's possible.
And so that's all like prepping our actual spiritual self for the next part of our life, which is, you know, when we're born, you know, whatever. But like, I think, wouldn't that be this? Yeah, this is all what ifs, but wouldn't that be the same as what's happening in our current life as we're being born? It's like we're being injected with all of these things. I think that that's happening through our entire life to prepare us for our next life, anyways. Like in a metaphorical way.
I think that it is, but I think, you know, again, society, and this is not to sound like a victim, but this is shit that's at play. You know what I'm saying? They do all of these things to program us to fit what they want us to be versus what we are called to be, what we are destined to be. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's called television programming. You know, that's why it's called social engineering, because you go to schools, especially inner city schools, them shits are direct correlations to how they treat you in prison. You got to walk in a single file line. You know, it doesn't allow a lot of room for free thought and free life. You know what I'm saying? And it's really like cattle breeding to an extent, you know, except we happen to be the cattle. But I think
Were you
our
born in the hospital?
yeah.
And do you find that you are above the cattle right now, or do you feel like
No, I'm definitely a part of the cattle. I'm part of the herd, my nigga.
it still sounds like a victim?
Because these things done happen,
Right,
Los.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if, like, okay, so dentists, they tell you to brush with fluoride toothpaste, right? But fluoride calcifies your pineal gland. So now you can't even get all of the receptor messages. We already been brushing our teeth for 30-something years with this shit that calcifies our pineal gland. Everything that our Western society is doing takes us further and further away from where we need to be spiritually.
Which is why I said if the government or if we have a revolution, it's gonna be going back to basics.
So when did
I agree with that.
When did you stop using fluoride?
I didn't stop using it because I'm part of the fucking herd, my
Yeah,
nigga.
But
Me
then I'm
either.
saying it's like if you recognize it, why not do it?
Now, it was a period in my life where I tried to.
Take charge.
No, because she's part of the herd.
Oh,
nigga, that's
yeah,
the
right.
answer. She knows she wrong, but she's in the matrix.
Right? Yeah. Exactly. Though.
Bless you.
I'm saying it's like
Just because you know better don't mean you always gonna do better.
right, but then it's just like, are you even trying to get out of the herd?
I'm always trying to get out the herd. But if every dentist done told you your whole life to brush with fluoride toothpaste and all the toothpastes on the aisle all got fluoride in
No,
them,
they don't. You can make choices.
bro, you can, but what if that choice is much more expensive than this little $2 bottle of toothpaste or whatever?
What if it's cheaper? Because it doesn't have fluoride. Because it comes from somewhere else.
No,
Those are all what ifs.
Bro,
I don't think it.
It don't be cheaper.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be cheaper, but I will say.
And then
I've
I'm not
tried-
even arguing the fluoride stuff because that's halfway erroneous. But I'm letting you have it.
What are you arguing?
I've tried. Hold on.
But the fact that I'm sorry, it's just the fact that fluoride, yes, that might be true, but there's not enough fluoride that's doing it. Fluoride is necessary. There is healthy things about fluoride that is needed. There's a lot of shit out here that is needed that still does wrong to us. Weed, even though it's not actually killing us, the fucking smoking of it actually kills us.
Wait,
okay,
wait.
and that proves my point of you can know better and you won't always do better.
Always, yeah. But I mean,
Part of the herd mentality, my boy.
Yeah. But I'm saying there's also options like I was trying to give you the fluoride, you know, whatever. I wasn't trying to argue that just to have that little argument, but at the same time, it's just like, yeah, I don't know.
There are options out there, and I will say I've actually tried the non-fluoride route, but at the same time, I didn't get the same effect as I did with the toothpaste with the fluoride.
Right.
Okay, guys. I don't think the fluoride is the important thing here.
It's
I think it's
not.
about groupthink and just following the herd.
Right.
And that's what I was asking, like, what your point is about her having options. It's like, I don't understand what you're saying because it's not about the fluoride. What are you actually arguing? Because I don't understand, but I feel like there's something there.
I think I'm arguing that
Nobody
when
cares to be
when
a part of the herd.
no, I'm saying it's just like what Ace was saying in the beginning when we're born in the hospital, from right there and then we start getting programmed. But then there's also people who aren't born in the hospital who either still turn out similarly to me, who was born in the hospital, or people who were born in the hospital like I was, and maybe that other person who also was born in the hospital, maybe they're not part of a herd mentality. Like, I'm not.
I just feel like you trying to make me account for all the factors that come across the wide range of humanity. And that's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to say is that literally from the moment that we come out the womb, we are fucking attacked with shit. You know what I'm saying? And
We're socialized.
We're being indoctrinated.
Good word.
all of that, indoctrinated, vaccinated, and there's some people who don't believe in fucking vaccines, and they have the same experience as people who do believe in vaccines. That's irrelevant to the point that I'm trying to make, which is we are impacted by herd mentality. And yes, there are choices and there are options, but when you are part of that herd, you're not always going to make those choices. You know what I'm saying? It takes a little bit of waking up, a little bit of experiences, a little bit of all the things that life sends you through for you to be the person who you are destined to be. That's it.
It takes a lot of self-discipline is what it takes.
A whole lot of shit. Self-discipline. It takes fucking respect for yourself, love for yourself,
Dedication.
everything. But we can't say that if someone lacks one thing off this list that they're not going to reach their potential. It's more than one way, more than one route to get to any destination. And once you get thrown off by shit that's meant to throw you off, like programming or, all of these things that we say victimizes people or make them have a victimized mentality, that's just part of the whole thing of life.
Such is life. My favorite phrase.
Ebbs and flows.
Well, before we close, I would just like to say a little player tip for all you young players and playettes out there. On your significant other's birthday, you should send their mom flowers. Remember where you heard it. Y'all got any positives?
I want to say shout out to everybody that fucks with me.
Oh, wrong one.
Shout out to everybody that fucked with me on my birthday. You know what I'm saying? I did get like about $700.
Real niggas fuck with me and I don't give a
Yes.
I thought y'all was gonna finish it. All right, that's cool. I'm by myself. That's cool.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck. Is that
Real niggas fuck with me and I don't give a fuck who don't.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't give a fuck who don't. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody for coming through on this birthday. It's been nice.
Hey, turn up. I'm
Any
happy
other
for you.
positives?
We got aliens.
Talk to us.
They've been shooting down UFOs, man.
Like crazy.
Like continuously, weeks. Like it's.
And I heard that they released footage about Bigfoot, or the government released facts or details about Bigfoot.
I didn't know about that one. That's cool.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's what I heard. I don't know.
Conspiracy theory Ace about to be like
Nah.
Mesmerized.
I don't deal with no big feet, none of that. I was just thinking though, my positive of the week, we saw some wild shit while we was at the mountains and we didn't die. So I'm thankful for it. We was in the fucking car and it's raining outside. Of course, a new unfamiliar areas, a whole bunch of motherfuckers in the car. And I'm driving a good healthy pace for myself, right? Do you know when this lane turned into motherfucking 2 lanes, these niggas just, one of them sped out behind me and just braked and stopped in front of another car that just sped out and just braked. And these niggas brake checked each other for at least a mile down the road. And that was the scary shit ever.
My biggest problem with that was, why did they have to involve us in they goddamn brake checking shit battle? You know what I'm saying? Because he sped up, pulled up right beside you, so he couldn't swerve.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But why they had to involve us in that? Like,
You
I
feel
don't
me?
appreciate that at all.
You niggas was victims.
We were. I'm very victimized. Like, it ain't safe with these goddamn Confederate flags and Jesus saves all in the yard. Like, I was really confused. Then we walked in and it was a motherfucking cotton plant on the motherfucking table. Like, get the fuck out of here. But thankfully we did survive and we had a phenomenal time. So
Yeah.
My positive is I like to see real niggas doing real shit and shit that I would have did if I was in that situation. And so Rihanna pregnant again, ASAP, I see you. They don't call that nigga slow motion, dog.
I don't know if that's a positive.
I would have did it too. That's why I respect
I mean, yeah, I would have too, but I'm saying like, that means Riri's further less mine.
it. Nah, it's okay.
Bruh, Trump said this was the worst Super Bowl performance.
That's
ever.
how you know it was fire, because that nigga's an habitual liar.
I think Rolling Stone listed it number 8 in best Super Bowl performances ever.
Wow.
The number 8.
I didn't even see it.
Out of all, what, 35, 45,
57.
57?
No, that
I don't know if they didn't have
didn't
57
have.
halftime
They didn't, I mean,
shows.
they started halftime shows. Like I think in Living Color is actually what started halftime shows. Like because before it used to just be marching bands. You know, like how a regular football game is. And then
You talking about in living cover?
Right. That's why I'm like, this
Yes.
is a black fact.
Right,
Shout out for the Black History Fact.
I'm like, bro, you get your nigga pass tonight.
He banking them hard R's, ain't he?
You get your nigga pass tonight.
I'm just letting y'all know. Like, so I mean, shit was mad weak. You know, it's a fucking marching band. No one's watching this shit. And then one year, in Living Color did an episode in between the halftime, and they also had a timer at the bottom of the episode. Like, all right, at this time you can go back to the show.
Wow.
But because In Living Color did so well, and that the ratings on the second half of the show, of the game did so terrible, the NFL came back and hit it hard with a Michael Jackson halftime show, and then that's
what sparked
it started.
Yeah, because you know the artists, they don't get paid for them shows. Y'all know that, right?
So I've heard.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they
I've
don't
heard.
get paid for the Super Bowl. Like,
They do it for
that
the pub.
free. Yeah, for the publicity, exactly. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
What's the best halftime show y'all seen?
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Yeah, bro, come on.
That was
Very,
really
very
good.
easily.
What about worst? What about worst? That was too easy. What about worst?
Bro, what? So Janet Jackson wasn't one of the best when her titty came out?
I didn't remember her performance. I just remember
I
the
just
titty.
remember the titty, yeah.
I know,
You guys remember Black Eyed Peas?
No.
That was
recently
wild.
saw it online. It was terrible. Every single last one of them sounded terrible.
For real?
They
Visually.
and then the dancers and like their backup dancers, it wasn't like anything in sync. It wasn't cool.
Damn.
I usually don't like them, so I would say the last couple, The Weeknd was kind of weak. Dr. Dre was in. You know what I mean?
Mary, she did her thing.
So
It was cool, man. I did enjoy that halftime. That was last year's, right?
Mhm, The
Mary,
Weeknd.
Dr. Dre?
no, you're right. That was Dr. Dre was the one in L.A. And I feel like that was when the L.A. Rams was there, so that might have been 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Anyways, let's keep it moving. We are cutting our words short. We love y'all. You know, it's been a good night when we have been recording. And it's on top of that, John's birthday today.
Heck yeah. One more time for that. Shout out to them real Aquariuses out there. Me, myself, Jonathan, John's mom. Shout out Grizo mom as well. She's another Aquarius.
Shout out CJ. Shout out B Gates.
Gates, okay.
Uh-huh. Shout out our homie Jess. Uh-huh.
She
Shout out.
Pisces.
Huh?
She a
She
Pisces.
Pisces.
Oh,
My
I take
birthday
that back.
My birthday coming up, bro. We
Sorry.
I
She got to be on the borderline though, so.
I definitely know a lot of February birthdays, but I'm so terrible at that astrology shit that I don't know if they're actually Aquariuses or not.
When does Aquarius season end? 27th?
The
21st.
7th. Huh?
22nd.
No, it's like the 17th.
I can't even trust y'all.
No one knows.
Yeah, no, it is. It's like
It's always Aquarius season.
When does it start?
January 20 something.
All right, shout out to Adri.
You sure?
You and your
Yeah,
baby.
January 21st.
Yeah, shout out to my homegirl Chanel. She January 21st.
Yeah, all the realest niggas you know is an Aquarius, dog.
You better know.
Everybody know one real ass nigga that's an Aquarius.
Yep.
At least one.
Oh yeah, January 20th
New
to
age.
February 18th.
New age,
right.
baby.
All right, y'all. Stay black, stay strong. Remember, they can't bring you down unless they below you. Loyalty before royalty.
Know who the fuck you wanna be?
The real respond. I thought you were pointing at something.
Oh no.
Pimps up, hoes down. You know where the fuck you wanna be. Deuces.
To John.
Salute.
To Jonathan, that's bad luck.
What?
To raise
Cheer
an
with
empty
no
glass.
shot.
All right. And scene. Here you go.
Alright, so for this Ask the Cast, this is more like a Am I the Jerk type question.
Love those. Those are my
Love those.
favorite. I read those every time I see them on my timeline.
Right? Am I the jerk for leaving my girl at home because she was not ready?
Never.